Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to start messing with the Barn Find Evo. It's going to be the proper introduction to the car. There's going to be some pictures because I didn't get to take any video while I was pulling out of the barn. The guy didn't really like the idea of the camera being there. This is the official introduction to my 2003 Blue Bayou Evo 8. So you'll see from the pictures it was really dirty, and the video outside there's no audio with it. So this car is actually a 30,000 mile Blue Bayou Evo 8 that was salvaged within 2 years of its life because of an angry ex-girlfriend who scratched every panel and damaged every panel on the car. Then was blown up. Sorry for the fan noise if that's bothering you guys. I'll go ahead and turn that off now. But then it was blown up after it was bought out of the salvage yard. Yeah, don't mind my mess over here. So it was blown up. First guy had it for about a year or so after he blew it up. Left it sit. And then the guy I bought it from had it in a barn for 13 years. So this car is dirty, to say the least. This is how I got it. Yeah, she even scratched or cut all the seats. Did a number on the interior. Scratched the window tint, which you guys can't really see, but right through here. So it's a nightmare. I'm going to start cleaning it today. That's actually what this video is going to start off as. We're going to get all this stuff out of here, see what we actually got. I just ordered tires for it because I got to be able to roll it around. Because this isn't really my garage. It's actually my dad's garage officially. I use it a lot though, as you'll see. But so underneath the hood here, which one of my few cars that has a hood prop still. Underneath the hood, that is a 2.4 Hyundai block. Just the block right now, with the Mitsubishi Evo head from the car. I think it's got cams, but I'm not 100% sure yet. It's car's clean. There's no real rust on it. It was actually stored on plywood. The only rust is stuff he had sitting around that wasn't actually in the car at the time. But it's just going to be long term. We're going to make this car really nice. Yeah, I mean, pretty excited. I've always wanted an Evo. I always thought I'd buy a running one, but this was a really good deal. We'll talk about it at the end of the project, how much I spent on it. It stinks. You guys are lucky you can't smell it. Obviously sitting in a barn, the critters have gotten into it. But you know, it's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be, considering it was totaled out new. See, the interior is pretty bad. Oh, there's the bumper. It's messed up too, which I'm not totally upset about because I like the Evo 9 bumper better. I might even wide body this car. You should cut the dash, door panels. I'd pull it out more, but I broke my jack trying to pull it sideways. Worst part of the car, in my opinion, this spot right here, it's got a dent, and there's a little bit of rust on the door, but that's the only rust on the car. We'll actually get it up on the lift at some point. I can't do it right now because, well, this car does not roll at all. It's got 4 flats, or almost flat tires. But, yeah, so I'm going to get to work, pulling all the stuff out of the interior. I'm going to clean the interior up a little bit. And I'm not going to make you guys sit through the process of that. So I'll get back with you after I clean it out a little bit. And we'll see how bad it really is. All right, guys, we're back. This is everything from inside of the Evo. It doesn't seem like much, but it's a lot better than most would have got. I feel like most people would have sold all these parts off. That's still filthy in there. Definitely getting ready to start sweeping it out and hoping I don't contract something. You know, COVID might get me. COVID everything. Looks like I missed a garage door opener there. But, yeah. Hopefully cleaning it up a little bit, make it a whole lot better. So I'm going to pull the engine soon. I am a little disappointed. I thought it's supposed to have a Haltech ECU. We'll talk about that box right there, either in this video or another video. But that's an important reason why this car was a good deal to me. Now, this is supposed to have a Haltech ECU in it. You know, that's what it was running when it was blowed up. So I was told, or under the impression, that it was still in here, which also made this car a pretty good deal. But if we look down here, I'm gonna say it's gone. I haven't dug my head under there yet because I haven't swept it out yet. But I'm gonna go with it's gone. So, kind of looks like right there, Oscar, the trash can Mustang, the one that everyone gave up on, except for me. Yeah, we'll probably have already talked about that by the time this video shows. And then some things to note though. So it wasn't all bad news. I did not realize I got a really nice pair and fuel rail, JM intake manifold. So that's a good surprise. I thought those were missing. It's a brand new intercooler, probably an eBay, but we all know you can make some power with some eBay stuff. That right there is for a whole set turbo, and he gave me the specs on it, and I can't remember right now, but I believe it's 68 millimeter, which should make some power. This car does have coilovers. We'll get to that when we get underneath of it and look around, root around under it. Probably next video, just because I'm waiting for tires to come in so this rolls easier. And today I've got to build a temporary storage, so we're gonna put it in a tarp garage that is going right there at my old man's house. So I can get that done today because it's my day off. All right, guys, face is all red. You know I've been working at it. My shop back here, this thing, free, used it. It's junk. It ain't picking up nearly what I want it to. You can see here the back seat, I cleaned it up a little bit so it's at least doesn't stink and presentable. You know, it is an Evo interior. It's one of the best things about them, and this one's garbage. But yeah, so you got a lot more cleaning to do in here. I'm gonna have to go buy a new shop vac over here. I got a really nice one at home, but I'll just buy one for here. But I cleaned up the dash a little bit. I just wiped it down. Dash gonna have to come out anyhow because I'm sure there's mouse poop and stuff inside there. And well, I can't stand to have that cut dash. It's just, that'll drive me nuts. So there's that. Door panels, though, they actually don't look bad now. I mean, obviously they're cut. I'll replace them at some point, but at least for now, they don't really have mold on them. That was the worst part. Everything looked like it had mold. It smelled nasty. I'm gonna let it air out while it's sitting in here. Yeah, the engine base, it needs pressure washed. It's gonna get it as soon as I can. I'm gonna pull this engine probably next weekend. I'm off. Probably get it then. I get started in the start garage. I spent way more time on this than I thought I would, just because, well, our shop vac is terrible, like I said. Oh, cool thing, found, haven't cleaned it up yet, original owner's manual. So, my 30,000 mile Evo, that should be pristine, and obviously I know it's not. I didn't intend it to be when I started. I know the work I got to do. Sorry, I'm getting real close to you guys, but I'm trying to put away some tools. But yeah, so I obviously knew it wasn't pristine, and well, not bothered by it, because the interior on these is actually, especially the blue interior. Oh, Jesus, I got you guys way too close. It's not that expensive. I don't really think I want the black interior that everyone else wants. The SSL seats, the leather, they're nice, but I ain't willing to spend $1,000 on a front set of buckets. And then you gotta find the matching mirrors. Whenever I actually like the blue interior with the blue car. So maybe someday down the road we'll change it up. But for now, more than happy the way this car should have came, or did come. And then I kind of wish it had was a sunroof. I don't even know if that was an option on Evos. Never looked into it. But it'd be nice. Probably, I'll probably get this car repainted at some point. Gotta get new fenders for it. Down here, fenders on both sides are munched like that. I don't know how she did that. She was wicked when she destroyed this car. But I'll probably end up repainting the whole car at that point. I don't know if I'll do it. My buddy will do it. Who knows by then? That's last concern. I don't really care about the paint until it's running, driving car. But at that point, I'll probably wrap the roof in carbon fiber, just because I kind of like that style from the age of this car, where everything was carbon fiber. Yeah, that was the thing to do to everything. I still haven't decided. This spot here, it's not rusty, but it really makes me think maybe just wide body this car. Never had a wide body car. And I kind of like them. Some of them. Not everything. I don't think everything should be wide body. Everything shouldn't be stance. So, that's it for at least the Evo today. So I had to get that tarp garage up. I was going to work on Oscar out here. Got some stuff for it. But I obviously can't get to the lift with this sitting in the way. And I'm waiting for the tires to come in. Because right now it's pretty impossible to move. Like, I broke a jack trying to slide it. She's not very light, even with half the motor missing. Yeah, it's just, it'll be better when I get wheels and or at least tires on it, and I can roll it around. And then I might even buy the dollies. I don't know, this garage is always covered in kitty litter because I make a mess. You guys will see that for sure at some point. I tend to just make a mess everywhere. So, that's my fault. But, yeah, have to find some boxes and stuff to put all this stuff that came with the car in it. And then I'll put it probably back in the trunk after I get the trunk cleaned out. Which makes no sense to most people. We cleaned it out, now you're putting it all back in. But, like I said, this car's going into deep storage for a little bit. Just because, yeah, I don't have all the parts for it. And I want to get Oscar finished. I need to dyno it. And probably have to pay someone to tune it. I was trying to learn how to tune on HP tuners myself, but HP tuners on a Ford platform is terrible. At least the older Fords. It is absolute garbage. You can't log with it. You can't do nothing with it. I've tried to get someone to tune it on a dyno for me using the platform. No one wants to touch it. Everyone tells you it's not good. I got the car running, which that'll be part of the whole story with that car. You guys are going to, depending on this video is before or after it, I'll edit this part out. But the story on that car is pretty cool. Since it had supercharger put on, no one could get it running. And it probably only got 10,000 miles put on it by the time I got it in like 6 years. I talked to the owner that put supercharger on it. So when I got the car, it barely would idle. Didn't want to run and drive anywhere. I originally got it to turn into a drift car. But it's on 275 square setup now. She handles pretty good. It does run and drive decent. It has its hiccups. Hopefully the parts I have in the trunk that I'm going to work on at some point will fix that. I think the MAF is just, I don't think it's right. I think it's going to bend. It's in a bad spot. It's old. It's not really set up to be modern driving. It's an old setup. It's, SCT is already like 3 phases past what this thing is. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully that takes care of it. Otherwise, that car is going to be going on plug-and-play ECU setup. This car here, well, like I said, we'll talk about the plan here one of these videos. I'm probably going to record it if I get time today. So then it'll be the next video on this car. My plans for it, what I think I want to do with it, and then we'll see how close to that plan I follow. Because I'm pretty bad about, 600 horsepower would be cool. 7 would be better. And like the items in this box here, right there, you can see manly rods, pistons. Yeah, so like I said, it's a 2.4. Got ARP head studs with it. It's set up to make some power. And well, the guy was building it for 1,000. That's what he wanted out of it. Make 4 digits. And right now I'm be happy with 500-600, but we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, that's it for this episode. See you next time.